Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Game Chat Tonight with the Huber Rebels. My name is Ethan,
My name is Jordan.
and this is episode number 16. Going to talk about some news, some Disney, some Fortnite, and what is going on at GameStop with Game Informer. Tragic news. It's gone like that overnight. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, done. Uh, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but there's some interesting news going on. This weekend. But before we get into that, we've talked a little bit about video game movies and how they seem to have figured out the formula and they're getting better and they're getting better. Uh, Apparently, after I want to say 25 reviews, the Borderlands movie is currently at a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I didn't know was possible. And I've seen it described as just a complete mess. This is the one with Kevin
Yeah.
Hart, I believe, is in this.
Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Kate Blanchett. Uh, there's some heavy hitters in here for sure.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah. Could not interest
Have you?
me less.
Yeah. Have you played Borderlands?
Nope. And this doesn't make me want to.
Well, yeah, apparently not. I don't even know. I'm kind of speechless. Like, it seemed like it'd be a fun summer movie, but apparently not. Because I would even say the art style, like they've nailed the look of it.
Yes.
I, I now want to watch this, but not pay for it.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'd be curious what you'd say. Like, I don't know. It looks not fun to me. There's something about it that just looks very off. I don't know. Like, it's not the tone. Like, it's meant to be a comedy, I assume, right? But it
Mhm.
just technically looks weird. It gives me weird vibes, and I'm not into it. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of a 0% Rotten Tomatoes movie before.
Like, how is that? I don't even know how that's possible. Borderlands was always so interesting to me, where like it's super popular, the cell shaded, but something always didn't feel right to me, like almost like soulless. Uh, and this is maybe a weird example, but like I think all the guns are like procedurally generated. So you just kind of hope you get a good gun.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that there's like millions of gun variants in Borderlands or something like that.
Yeah. I personally I hate that, and I think it's part of the reason I bounced off because it was like,
Yeah,
is this good? Is this could I have gotten a better gun? Which gun
right,
do I use? Like,
right.
I guess for some people they love that because it's like, ooh, yeah, I like this one. I don't like this one. I don't. Like, what are the good guns? What are the not even good or bad, but like, what's your preference?
That reminds me in Destiny, like there was not a ton of different types of guns, you know? That there was also the different rarities like gray, green, blue, and then there was the purples and then there's the exotics. The exotics were always the best. But even within the exotics there was different stats that you could get. And it's like,
Hmm.
oh, but you know, what was your damage on that one? Oh, you might want to re-roll that or whatever. I'm like, what the hell? Seriously? Like I spent this
Yes.
much time waiting to get a Galahorn and it's not even a good one. Are you kidding me? That's annoying.
Yeah, see, that would have driven me insane. Because
Yeah.
it's like I it's like trading cards, almost like even like Pokemon cards or like the Ultimate Team modes on like NBA 2K and stuff. They're trying to have this range of like, oh my God, I got a good one, or oh my God, I got a bad one. Um, Thankfully Borderlands wasn't paid. Like you weren't like buying guns, but I
Right.
feel like that like almost open-endedness of like how it is. I don't know if this makes any sense, but like maybe like it's a complete mess. It's all over the place because there's not a like definitive linear experience to what Borderlands is. And I always felt like the lore was kind of secondary, even though it had it. It was more about like millions of guns. So I'm not surprised that they struggled to turn it into a movie, probably being like, let's get all these star people, make a bunch of funny jokes, and put them in the Borderlands universe, and it'll work. And it's like, no, because what you had at the heart there isn't that interesting
Yeah.
to stand on its own. Because a movie should be simple. at the end of the day. The Mario movie, simple, and then build the characters around that.
Right.
I don't know.
It's
That's my
fine.
two
It
cents.
doesn't it doesn't like bother me or worry me. It just not everything is meant to be turned into a movie or a TV show, and that's okay. Like
Yeah.
if anyone enjoys this, cool, but I'm not worried about like future movie or future game adaptations or anything. I couldn't believe after I think the series finale of House of the Dragon, there was like a 2 minute HBO like preview of upcoming shows, and
Hmm.
they spent 3 times more time on The Last of Us than anything else, including a new Game of Thrones show. There was like
There's a new.
four
Wow.
seconds of a new Game of Thrones show and like 15 seconds on The Last of Us. And I'm like, because they did it right. People care.
Yeah.
Like it's important.
That's a great point. Does that have a date? I've not seen the teaser because I've not played the game.
Um,
Because that's our deadline of playing the game. Last of Us
yeah,
Part
I'm
2.
already wondering if I'm gonna go into this
Even
season blind.
damn.
March, April.
Of
We'll
next
see.
year?
Yeah. It.
Yeah, it's time to start it.
Damn.
I literally might start it like in the next week.
Yeah.
If Maya has some time, yeah.
I want to. I would
It's time.
like I would like to play it first, but also it'd be nice to go in because I think I didn't like the first season as much as everyone else because I knew everything that happened. So
Yeah.
I would honestly be happy going into it completely blind. So and they'll change some stuff. It'll still be worth playing the game afterwards, I think.
Maybe. I mean, we could do it the opposite way and then get our takes
I think we
on
should.
how we felt about all of those things. Is that especially if that's where you're leaning? Did Taylor
Yeah.
watch season one?
Yeah. She liked it a lot.
Okay, cool. She's not played the game, right, at all.
No.
Do you think we'll ever get a Fall Guys movie? We did just get Fall Guy, so it could be the sequel to that.
It would shock me zero if we got a Fall Guys movie.
Oh my god. That means you
We've
think we'll get
gotten
one?
I think we'll get. Well, we're getting an Among Us show, so
Oh
that
wow, that's a
might
good
take the
point.
place of an Among Us movie. Yeah, a Fall Guys movie. I don't know. I can't imagine what it would be, but it wouldn't shock me if someone said, "Hey, let's do that." There
The
was an
lore
emoji
of
movie,
the
you
Fall
know.
Guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
sounds
honestly, I'd be
bad.
down. I would watch it. That sounds fun.
We can make it ourselves in Fortnite now that Fall Guys are in Fortnite.
Yeah. Did you see what they're doing with it?
No, so I know you can get all the skins, like if you have Darth Vader or DJ Yonder, as I saw now you have a Fall Guys DJ Yonder skin. Is that what
Oh,
you're
I
talking
didn't
about?
even know that. No, so in Fortnite, there will be, I don't know how you do it, but you like go somewhere, you teleport to a Fall Guys map within Fortnite.
Okay.
I think
Like
you turn
in
into a bean and then you
wait, within
are
Battle Royale?
yes. And then
Like
you
on the
are yes. And then you are timed to complete like a map and you have I think you have 3 tries, you have to do it in a certain amount of time and depending on your time, you get a certain rarity of loot and then you go back to the battle royale. Sounds weird,
the
but
mini game
yes,
to
to
earn
get
like a good
loot.
gun.
Yeah.
Is it already out?
No. Does Fall Guys come to Fortnite? Oh,
Next
yes.
season?
No. It
It's
started
already out.
two days ago until the
Wow.
16th. I would love to try that.
Yeah, we gotta try that. I also
Yeah.
because I want to get Magneto, the rest of the Magneto stuff,
Yeah.
and the power armor. That's really the only two things that I want to do.
But I don't know if you can like get a Fall Guys skin. You should.
What do you mean?
Like I would like to be a Fall Guy in Fortnite.
Oh no, yeah, you can't do that.
Why?
Is there the shape?
Who cares?
They'll be in their own mode. They haven't quite done that yet.
Who
I think they
cares?
might put regular Peter in the game.
They should. But I was gonna say, like, yeah,
And
Big Peter is weird. He's a weird shape. I don't know. If it's your choice, if you want to be a giant bean, let me be a giant bean.
yeah, honestly,
I'm
with
the
the
one.
Vorsa box,
I'm choosing to have the disadvantage, so like, let me do it. I don't know. I want to be a bean running around.
I like that. Dude, that would be a very interesting switch up to the Fortnite formula. Is just like it's not completely equal and fair anymore. Different sizes. I
Yeah,
think back to Odd Job in Double Goldeneye on the N64. Everybody hated Odd Job because he was short, so you couldn't hit him.
yeah.
And then he also had the hat that he could throw, so he's just like hitting you at the knees with the killer hat. Obviously,
That's
that's why they don't do
hilarious.
it anymore.
That's hilarious.
Funny stuff. Um, how do you feel about future Battle Pass items not being exclusive? And it's like kind of ambiguous,
Yeah.
where it's like maybe some stuff will be, but some stuff could not be.
I don't know. It's fine with me, honestly. I don't care if if obviously because we don't play enough to where we get everything. So if it eventually comes back and I have the option, then I'm happy. If other people have the option, I'm happy. I'm not trying to gatekeep anybody. Like I don't care. I know people are really upset. They're like, but I played at that time and so it's exclusive to that time." It's like, all right, but now it's not. So, honestly, when I heard this news, I was hoping it wasn't just IP. I was hoping there were like every timed exclusive ever will at some point come back. Like, I want the Black Knight. I never got the Black Knight. I want that somehow. They did that with a couple of them, like the Black, not the Black Knight, but like the Skeleton. They brought that back eventually, but it was different. They tweaked it a little bit, like they changed the color, so you
Okay.
still knew who was OG. That I
Okay.
like that actually. And if that's what this was, I'm fine with that. It'd be like our capes, you know? Like, so to an extent, I do understand. Do I want everyone to have our Minecon cape? No, I don't. But should everyone get a cape? Yes.
But that's also just a cape. It's insane to me that like people can't get Spider-Man, like classic Spider-Man like we have, or
Right.
people can't get the Mandalorian. Like that's kind of insane to me.
Yeah. Darth
And
Vader, I think.
Darth Vader, like Darth Vader is now sure they can make another Darth Vader, but like that just seems crazy to me. And
Totally.
it's money left on the table too.
Totally.
So I would be like Iron Man is one of the few that I miss that I'm bummed about.
I don't
They've
have him
had
either.
another Iron Man. They're gonna do more Iron Mans. Like so D23 is this weekend. It's been kind of rumored that there's gonna be a lot of like just gaming related stuff in general, but it feels like the perfect time for okay, one thing at a time. We know that they made a $1.5 billion deal, Disney and Epic, about Fortnite. This feels like the perfect time to unveil something about that. And
Totally.
I looked into it. It's happening. August 10th at 8:30 p.m. They're having the Horizons Disney Experiences Showcase, which will be streamed live within Fortnite
Yep.
on a Disney island. And you can unlock some kind of free
You
back
get a
bling. I think it's like a
free Peely Wolverine back bling or something like that,
okay, I did see that. Um,
which I kind of want.
yeah, I want to get that too. And I'm assuming going to show off what they're doing. What is this future Disney Fortnite world going to be? And it just makes me think like that's Star Wars, that's Marvel. Like you
Yeah.
think Disney's going to be like, "Oh, you already did those? Like so what, we can't have Darth Vader and we can't have Iron Man and however they want to put it." Um, it's also rumored they're going to do another Disney Marvel season, which I think is needed, just in general. So I don't know about you. I'm very excited for this showcase.
Me too.
Like, I've been trying to find like what time are things going on, like events and stuff. I went through like their schedule. I could not figure it out. There's so much stuff on there. But I my goal will be to tune into this. Maybe we could even, depending on timing, do a live stream.
Oh,
No
yeah,
promises.
we could try that. That'd be cool.
But uh I'm happy that it's like pretty much confirmed we are gonna see what that deal is gonna be.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. Any predictions? Thoughts on like what are we
I
gonna do? We have Lego. It's a separate game mode.
Yeah. I honestly
All
cannot
guys,
wrap my
not to cut
mind
you off
around what
again,
that will be.
because it has to be its own game mode.
Yeah. If not
Because wait,
game entirely.
how do you get into I this is how out of it I am. How do you get into Lego and rocket racing and that? Are they just
You know, when you're
tiles
on,
on
they're
that?
just tiles. That screen of 1,000 tiles, they're in the top 10. You know,
Okay. They need to
but
organize that screen
what
better.
they need to organize that, and honestly, what we're talking about now sounds like a different download entirely to me.
Oof.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Fortnite Worlds, you know, and it was a different title on your home screen. Even we'll see, but
So what are you thinking?
I just every time I think about it, I think for some reason about like Walt's original Disney World vision. I
Oh my
don't
God.
like I just think of like that grand of a
Yes.
dream and a plan, but for some reason with this it feels possible. And like whatever they're going to do, I think it's going to be insane. Like Epic has the
1.5
reach.
billion.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to give us something that we can't even imagine, and that's what's exciting. I don't want to be able to like guess what it is because
Well, will Kingdom Hearts eventually fall into this? Or like do a
oh my
crossover, right?
god. Oh
Like,
my
right?
god.
I'm just thinking of like, when do you get to like run around with
Well,
Mickey in Kingdom Hearts? He has a weapon in that. Like, I don't think we're gonna get Mickey Mouse with a gun in Battle Royale.
is whatever this is it inherently Fortnite or is it an Epic and Disney collaboration?
Does the Lego game mode have guns?
No.
It's that.
I know, but the thing that we're talking about now, this 1.5 million billion dollar thing, is it a
Yeah.
Fortnite collaboration or is it an
No, it's an
Epic
Epic
collab?
Games.
So, like,
Epic
I'm
Games and
thinking
Disney.
of, yeah, like, I'm very much honing in on what I experience, right? But like on my PlayStation, I'm now imagining an Epic tile, and like, what cooler
Ah,
name for what we're talking about than Epic? Like, Epic Disney, you know, it's just like all of these things. And like, what if that is just the launcher for future Disney games? But it also has these like a hub to all these other things that they're building that we can experience as well. Like you said with Kingdom
see, they're
Hearts or something, you know?
they're using Fortnite as the hub, right? Like that's
Yeah.
where the Lego game sits. That's where
But I don't like that.
the Fall Guys will sit and Rocket Racing. Well, the reason is because it's for cross promotion. If you make them separate downloads or separate game tiles, then people could miss stuff because because as you know from customer service, people struggle.
Yeah. But can they
And
not have the same things go to both?
what do you mean?
Like, if there's a store, can that not just be the same store in both? Like,
It's more it's engagement's really hard to do. Like
yeah.
to funnel people where you want them to go is harder than you think it would be. And you want to get as many people to your
One
town
location.
square
Yeah.
and then give them options from there. It's what Assassin's Creed is doing. Right?
Right.
One app where you can access all the different games.
Right.
How that will like I think what it is a download within a download. So instead of a separate tile on your PS, it should be one app. Whether you call that Fortnite or Epic,
Right. Right.
I'm torn. They're using the cachet of Fortnite
Yes.
because that's what people know. But when you click that game, it I don't think you should load into Battle Royale. I think that is the mistake. I think there should be a thing where you have the main ones and it's Battle Royale is one of them, or Fortnite. Then you have Lego, you have Disney, and you click within the whatever this. So it's the same thing you're saying. It's just
This
like, is it under Fortnite or
the same way a long time ago when we used to open Fortnite, we used to have to choose Save the World
yes,
or Battle Royale. I
yes.
don't even know how to
I,
get to Save the World anymore.
it's probably a tile. They
So,
didn't pull it.
but whatever this is that we're talking about that we're going to see this weekend should be that big of a thing where it's half or a third of the first screen that you see, not
Yeah,
a buried tile on that home screen.
exactly. So I think they need to redo, which maybe with the new season, because it's literally the 10th, and a week later the new season's coming.
Yeah,
Is it launching? Dude, honestly, it might be launching
that's
in a
crazy.
in an early state. I think that's about
You,
how fast they turned around Lego, and you can just have like Star Wars coming soon,
wow.
Fantasyland coming soon. Like, why not?
We'll see. It seems still very soon or very close to, Lego and whatever the Guitar Hero
Rocket
version is.
Racing and Fortnite
Yeah. It
Festival.
feels
It's
close to
Fortnite
that,
Festival.
and we're also like right in the middle of a chapter. Like that sounds like it'd be its own chapter maybe too.
Although it's
So,
not Battle Royale. Oh,
it's
but that
not,
is.
but
But you're right. The
it
Portal thing was a whole new
yeah.
chapter.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
I love this part though. This is like my favorite part. Is like the because it could be anything right now.
Yeah.
And I think it can evolve into anything. I mean, look at just how far Battle Royale has come. With like, you were a very stiff person, you couldn't slide, just crouch, no vehicles beyond a
Their
shopping cart,
their possibilities
and
are honestly endless to me though. Like their builder is one of the best that there is. Like people can make anything in Fortnite. It's crazy. The the Unreal Engine is the best that there is. Uh and even though I don't like it, like the Lego mode is very deep, very vast. It's very fun. Like it's just Epic can do
is it
anything and they will.
is it not worth trying to play that Lego mode? I don't feel super compelled to.
I don't want to. No.
Okay,
I mean,
we'll
we
stay
tried. We
dedicated
played it a little
to
bit, and it's
Minecraft.
like I would rather play Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. Um, Maybe one day we'll feel differently, but that day is not
If it's our
today.
job, then yeah, I'll play. I'll play however many hours of that. Like if we're making money streaming or something, I'll play it. But like I'm not giving the couple
No,
hours
but
I have a day to that.
that's what I'm imagining. Is it getting to a point that where we want to do that? You know
Not
what
for
I
me.
mean?
Yeah.
What would that have to be? And I'm with you. I don't think that I just don't think I want to do Legos in the real world
Yeah, exactly.
and do Minecraft in the digital world.
There was
We're still
enough hangups and roadblocks in that Lego mode that was pissing me off that I'm like, I can't. Like I was grinding and I don't want to grind in a survival mode. I want to do whatever the hell
uh
I want. But I had to
yeah,
grind to level up my base to get more people to help me grind. And I'm like, this sucks. Just let me
I'm
punch
with
trees
you.
and build whatever I want?
Yeah. See, I barely even remember it, but you saying that I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that.
Maybe we could do a creative one. I think there was a creative mode. We should try that.
Except I'd rather do creative in Minecraft. I
Exactly.
have no desire. I have no
Yeah.
desire to do that. Well, hopefully the Disney one doesn't go that way. I don't think it will. I want to run around with Mickey Mouse in Unreal Engine 5. Give me, give me every Disney park in a virtual way. Give me Paris. Give me Tokyo. Give me
Oh my
Shanghai. Give me
God.
Anaheim.
Yes.
Um, Give me Project X, Walt's original vision.
Yep.
Um, let me let me run around as Walt Disney himself with a AR.
That would be a insane Fortnite skin, Walt Disney. And you can be him
Maybe he'll
through
be
the
in it,
years.
walking
Yeah.
around.
That would be
Maybe
awesome.
he'll be in there
Oh,
actually
an
just walking
NPC,
around.
one of the kind of
Yeah.
glitching ones so you can't actually like
No, in whatever this Disney
yeah.
hub is,
Yeah.
have him walking around
He
with
should
Mickey
be.
Mouse,
He should be.
right? Like 100%.
And
So
like honestly plug in some kind of like Walt Disney AI so it's like actually him.
just give it a few years. Just give it a few years and we'll be able to make that ourselves.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So we know we're getting a lot of Fortnite stuff. What else we see at D23? I I I think and I'm hoping there's some surprises. Maybe Kingdom Hearts, but that's probably going to be like TGS, Tokyo Game Show. Um, Although I'm not going to count it out. Maybe they unveil a world or something. It is confirmed, I believe, Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I
Have we
remember.
talked about that?
I don't know if we've talked about it on this show. I remember Epic Mickey. That's why I was saying like what cooler word for a launcher for a Disney game than Epic, you know?
Yeah. Epic Disney.
Um is it refurbished? No, rebrushed.
Rebrushed.
This Google search keeps saying refurbished. Like that's not what you call a
That's
remaster of a game.
good job, Gemini. Oh, because it's so originally it came out on the Wii, and it was a Warren Spector made it, and it was like, let's make a Disney game. We haven't had like a good Disney game in a while. Never ended up getting this, but I always wanted to. And one of the times I was obsessively checking on like the history of Disney games or the history of whatever. I was like, man, Epic Mickey, we need that back. And I'm so happy that they're remastering this
Yeah,
because no guarantee when I will pick this up at some point. It looks like it's got a nice upgrade
it looks cool.
um, to it, and it's got a really cool story um, with I believe with Oswald like coming back and like
Love Oswald.
that that whole tiff, I guess we'll say between them.
He's in
Uh,
Dreamlight
there was
Valley.
also
He's awesome.
nice. That's awesome. It's crazy how many different areas they're touching.
Yeah.
Um, Disney games are all over the place. They seem like they have a good direction. Uh, but they also made an Epic Mickey 2. So I would assume
Oh,
if this does well, then we'll get that one remastered as well. I don't know which one was better. I haven't played either,
and this
but
is
hopefully one
only
day.
on the Switch?
No, this is PS5, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, okay.
If you could
This
confirm that, I believe this is a full cross-platform release.
I can definitely see myself picking this up on the Switch. This looks fun. I do think I want to play this.
Yeah. Switch 2. That's where I would want to play this.
Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Windows,
Yeah.
Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Wait, September. Yeah. Oh God, it is 2024. That's terrifying. Yep.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Next month.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, more and more, like, I don't want to play games that struggle on the Switch. Honestly, when I was trying to grind the Jack challenges, I was like, oh, I'll do it on my Switch.
Jack Sparrow in
I
Fortnite, by
loaded
the
up,
way.
yes, I loaded up the main menu, and you couldn't even make out his face. His
Hmm.
entire skin was just blurry. And I was like, I'm not, no, I'm past this. Sorry, like, not to be bougie or whatever, but I just can't do that low of graphics anymore. And unfortunately, 7.5 years in now, that is where we're at with the Switch.
Yep.
Um,
Remember when we won a
and
game
so
of
I'm
Fortnite
hoping
on the Switch at E3 though, and we got
and
that
got
exclusive spray?
exclusive spray
Yeah.
for a conference that doesn't exist anymore. That's
Yep.
insane.
Yep.
That's how long Fortnite's been out. With Tyler, right? Wasn't he our
Yeah. Tyler
third?
and
And then we had
some random fourth.
a
Yeah.
random four.
Yeah.
That's funny, Jing. Um, Man, that was before I was super into Fortnite, but I was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was on the edge of like, I know this is a thing. I want to be a part of it. I'm just not like hooked yet. And I took a picture of you with somebody.
Yeah. Someone was like cosplaying in the red dinosaur costume.
No, a streamer. He had
Really?
glasses. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Not like Mystic, but like something like that.
Myth? Myth.
Myth,
It was
Myth.
Myth. You have a picture of me
Yeah.
and Myth? Send it to me. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
of
think I ever
course.
saw that.
I definitely would have had to send it. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. Well,
I
I'll
don't.
find it. I'll send it to you.
I forgot
I
about
remember
that. That's hilarious.
they had the battle bus
Yeah.
and they had popcorn. Yeah, and a bunch of cosplayers. Dude,
There's that
good
thing where you
times,
could like
man.
hold on to the glider and take a picture of it. I did that
Oh
too.
my God, yes. That's funny. I don't think I have that, but I'll double check. Um, yeah, I'm excited for
Epic
where
Mickey
Fortnite's
Rebrushed.
at, where it's going. Epic Rebrushed
That's
and
where we
Fortnite,
were.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there. Anyways,
The Switch. That's why.
Switch. There we go. So other games that we might see this weekend, I think it's safe to say we'll see Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
Although I don't
Release
really
date?
care. I think it has a release date.
No.
Okay, so 100% release date. Um, I think we'll see Outlaws. But do you think we'll see Black Panther and Captain America?
No.
Too soon, right?
Yeah. It
Uh,
feels too disconnected from like official Disney or Marvel proper for some reason. I don't know why,
I
but
get you.
like it's not Insomniac, it's not Epic, it's not a movie or TV show. It's just like uh, it's still kind of a mystery to me, honestly. So we'll see. I don't think we see it.
Seems like maybe not the right venue or platform to see it. I could see it at the Game Awards maybe, because that's
Yes, same.
like that specific hardcore. Like, do Disneyland people, Disney fans care about this game necessarily?
I don't even know if Disney understands what this game is. Like they're like, who's Amy Hennig?
That's
You know?
fair.
They're like,
Yeah,
but Jeff Keighley knows, so he'll put it at the Game Awards.
he'll
Like
do it.
that's what it seems
Yeah,
like to me.
I think that's a good call. Oh yeah, and we have Gamescom coming up here
Yeah,
this month, actually, maybe
I think so. Yeah,
that I forgot about. So we've got that. Then we've got TGS, and then a bunch of banger games. Then we'll have the Game Awards, and I mentioned Outlaws. I think that comes out at the end of the month. I think they have to show that, maybe a new trailer. I think it'll be the final trailer. Um, Although, from what I've seen, everything about this game is out by now, including some pretty good, promising previews that I've seen.
good.
I don't know if you've heard or read or watched anything else about it.
I listened to Tim's. He played it for I think a couple hours down in LA. I listened to little his 2 cents on it, and it sounded positive. You know, like he had
Okay,
his
cool.
issues, his reserves, but he's also not an open world like that kind of game person. So
Yeah, I was gonna
uh,
say I'm surprised he doesn't play those kinds of games.
yeah, I'm very excited for it. Still, I've heard nothing that makes me worried.
I've believed in this game from the first clip we saw because that really showed like what they were going for. And I saw an article that basically said this is not just another Ubisoft open world game, like which you couldn't just do with Star Wars. That is what they did with Avatar.
Yeah.
which doesn't surprise me. But that one doesn't have the pressure on it like the first Star Wars open world game, and people with 30 years of passion for a property.
Right.
Uh, so I'm very excited. I might my anticipation may bring me into a day one. Although I'll be with you, so
Yeah.
it,
Hey,
maybe we
well,
start it together.
I was gonna say like we could record some kind of first impressions thing of it or something.
I'm super down because you're
I
gonna get
was,
it, so you might as
yeah.
well. You can play. I don't even need to touch it.
I was trying to think
Um,
what can we play while you're here. That would be fun to record.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Cool. All
We
right.
will be bringing you a first impressions on launch day of Star Wars Outlaws as soon as it launches. In person, we'll be together, so that's
Hell yeah.
exciting.
For the
Keep
first
an eye
time
out for
in
that.
4 years. We haven't seen each other in 4 years. Not true.
Yes, we've been on these screens for
But we have
for
not
four
seen each
years.
other on camera in
In 4 years
4 years. Yeah.
ish, around that.
4.5
Um,
years.
Well, you'll have to stick around and see what we think of Star Wars Outlaws because you won't be able to read the exclusive hands-on previews that Game Informer did with Star Wars Outlaws. Literally everything. They had the exclusive like development of all these articles with them. They don't exist anymore. They're just not online because GameStop shut them down, fired everybody, and completely at least blocked or wiped the entire Internet Archive. And so we're going to take a quick break and then talk about how insane that is in just a moment.
If you like what we do, we'd really appreciate if you'd consider supporting us on Patreon. Now more than ever, small independent teams need all the help they can get, and we'd love to have you join the rebellion.
Joining us on Patreon can get you a wide array of perks, starting with our 1-star tier. Joining this tier will get you voting rights for Movie Madness, our weekly journey through an actor's entire filmography.
Our 2-star tier will give you extended episodes of the Hebrew Rebels podcast, Game Chat Tonight, and Movie Madness, both ad-free and a day early. Plus, you can write into those shows for a chance to have your questions and comments read on the podcast.
The 3-star tier delivers the most value with our Patreon exclusive shows. You will get a monthly episode of Crossword Struggle and Climbing the Ranks. And we have more exclusive shows planned to add even more value to this tier.
Next, as a 4-star rebel, your name will be listed in an on-screen shoutout on each of our weekly scheduled shows.
Finally, you can be one of only 24 people to be considered a Founding Rebel. You will receive a limited edition Founding Rebel t-shirt. Your name will be read on each of our shows as a Founding Rebel, and you will forever be remembered as one of the very few people to truly help start the rebellion.
Visit patreon.com/Hebrew Rebels for more information. Thank you so much for your support, and back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for listening to our quick plug from Patreon. Just as a reminder, if you could support us with a like or a share or a subscribe or a comment, we really appreciate that and would help us out a lot. So if you've already done that, thanks for your support, and we'll go ahead and keep going.
If you haven't, why
time
not?
to talk about,
You know?
yeah, why not? Hard-hitting news and opinions on hard to hear news, such as the Game Informer sudden shutdown. I don't know about many thoughts. I have thoughts and feelings, and this is I guess first and foremost sad for the people who just lost their jobs, because they now have to figure out how they're going to get money.
Yeah.
I saw somebody post, after my wife being like on and off work and unemployed and me doing all of this, I was just about to get this going again and laid off. So that's not fun.
Yeah.
What is your history with Game Informer?
I don't really
Flash
have one.
familiarity.
I never had video game magazines. I remember seeing them. If you had asked me name a video game magazine, I would have said Game Informer, but like I never had them. I know they had the
Never
cool
had
covers.
a game. Yeah, they definitely had the cool covers. The only reason I had them was through GameStop. I had like whatever the membership was, and it was included for Game Informer.
And when did that start?
Long time ago.
Really? Yeah,
long, long
like
time ago.
I
Yeah,
was curious when this partnership with them started because I thought it was a more recent thing.
I'm pretty sure it's as long as I can remember.
Okay,
I want
wow.
to say, I want to say it started as a partnership and then became an acquisition, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay. Wow. Uh,
But
Video
Game
games
Informer
and
has been around for over 30 years.
Funko was renamed GameStop Inc. into what?
Did
Funko
Funko
Barnes and
buy
Noble
GameStop?
also different. With its acquisition of Funko, Barnes and Noble also acquired Game Informer, a video game
Hmm,
magazine that was first published in so Barnes and Noble acquired what is now GameStop and Game Informer. So they were both
that's news to me.
absorbed and then who knows. Anyways,
It's a mess, and then stuff like this happens. They've been shrinking and cutting for years. Um, I I guess I have two parts on this. One, how sudden it was, because this is like a beloved, I'll say, brand, and it would have been nice for them to be like, "Hey, we're gonna wind down. We're gonna have a final issue.
yes.
We're gonna give these people a heads up, so you can try to find follow-up jobs and like do a proper send off for this best in class in the industry games media company.
On a
Both,
skeleton crew, essentially. It was 13
what do you
people, I
mean?
think, making this magazine.
Oh, at this point, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
still making a fantastic product.
yeah, they had been. That's a great call out, right? Like the quality didn't drop. Like they were still nailing it. They were still getting the exclusives. Um, man, every time. Okay, so how suddenly it happened sucks. I'm not super shocked just with how things are moving, but the second part of this that's so horrible is all of that work that was done over all these years is now not available on the internet. And that is the part that I just cannot wrap my head around. Why block all of that? Because they still come up in Google searches. So that's telling me like maybe it's not wiped, but if you click it, it takes you to their homepage that says after 33 years, yada yada yada, we're gone. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah. I also saw that like someone from Game Informer had gotten into the Twitter and like written a pretty respectful and not mean like farewell like from the team, not even like bashing
Oh,
GameStop or anything like that. And GameStop like quickly just deleted the account entirely. Like didn't let that stay up. They just
so the entire Game Informer Twitter is gone.
I believe so. Yeah. Because someone had gotten it. So like I don't know what their aversion is to letting anything about Game Informer live on. But
It doesn't make sense.
no, it's very weird.
There's value there.
Yeah. I'm not really worried. Like, how whatever amount of time it will take for GameStop to no longer care, or whoever the owner is,
Yeah.
someone has these, and someone will preserve these in some fashion at some point. Every single issue is out there somewhere, and it whether it's a call to be like, hey, can you submit this one if you have it? Like, they'll be available eventually somewhere. I am not concerned about that. It's just weird the way that they're handling it.
When I moved, I've been trying to cut down on my clutter. I got rid of many Game Informers, which I was talking to somebody. They're like, "Do you think they'll have more value?" I don't care, even if they do. Like, it was more important for me to declutter than to hold on a bunch of magazines. I still have some. I still have a decent stack.
Yeah,
I kept Zelda ones, maybe some Assassin's Creed ones, God of War. Like I kept some favorites, um, because the covers are gorgeous, but I'll also never open them. Um, it's crazy to me. So I was talking with somebody. We were talking about Super Mario Odyssey, and Do you know how many this did you played Odyssey?
Yeah.
Do you know how many moons are in Odyssey?
Oh my god, like 900 or something.
Yeah, there's like 830,
Yeah.
and then you can buy up to 999. And so I searched this, and an article came up, and it said how to get all the moon, or what happens when you get all the regular moons. And I clicked it, and it took me to thank you for 33 years of and it was a Game Informer article that you just can't access.
That's
It comes up
so
in Google, and
weird.
you just, I was like, this is insane. Like all that work, why throw that away? I don't know if there's precedent for this, but I did see people were trying to archive stuff. I know the Wayback Machine may have everything archived. I don't fully know how
Oh,
that works.
interesting.
The Internet Archive, right? But
Yeah,
that's not a fun way to access websites.
it's not.
This just doesn't feel right.
I, I mean, to me, it did feel like it was kind of on its last legs, but
I agree.
it is sad that it had to end as suddenly as it did. Like you said, give them a last issue. It was a once a month ish kind of thing, I think,
Once
right?
a month.
Yeah.
Yep, once a month.
So, can you not give them 2 more weeks?
Yeah.
You're giving them
I just
severance and stuff. Like I believe I heard. Just let them make one more.
Yeah, it seems even if it's just like a farewell to Game Informer. So, uh, as mentioned, the Wayback Machine, not a great way to use the internet, as it crashed my fellow compatriots' entire internet. Um, and this is why regular GameInformer.com should be accessible. Anyways, magazines. I love magazines. I grew up on magazines ish. I don't really like to use them at home.
Yeah.
I don't know about yourself. What's your take on magazines?
I've never been a magazine person, really.
Never been a magazine person. I got Slam magazines. My grandma got me those. I'd get those overseas too, which was like a nice taste of home. So those were basketball.
Yeah.
Um, and each one would have a poster. I put all the posters on my wall.
I used to
Did that
get
whole thing.
CSS, which was a skateboarding magazine. It was
Oh
small. It
my
was
God.
like this big, and it
Okay.
just always had like I mean, it had decks and trucks and wheels and all that stuff, but I always liked looking at the clothes. Like that's where I looked at most of my
Yeah.
like DC shirts and stuff like that.
Yep.
I had a lot of those. Too many of those. I think I
I
remember
have
like a
one
Christmas
skate.
one that had Robin Big on it or something like that.
There you go. I saved one skateboard magazine because I remember it, and it was like a Thrasher. I want to say
Yeah.
it's just such a vibe, such an era. Um, but I loved
Thrasher.
magazines. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I loved magazines when I traveled. So I'd
Mm.
have my backpack, I'd have my laptop, I'd have my Game Boy, DS, now Switch, and I'd have a Slam magazine and a Game Informer. Sometimes I'd buy like the tech one at the airport. I loved getting those. They have ones overseas. It's like T3, and there's another one. Um, that is my favorite memory with the magazine is being on an airplane where you didn't have Wi-Fi and just having a magazine that I could like put some music in and like honestly read about a game that's coming out
Yeah.
or read about a device that's coming out. Part of me is sad that that's like I think gone now. That's dead. Like there's no way to do that anymore. So it's now just go on Twitter, on Wi-Fi, on a phone. It's fine, but it does feel kind of cold.
Totally.
I don't. It's so old person. Like
S-
it's why I hope newspapers never die.
So
Um,
E3 is gone. Developers are getting shut down. Everything's kind of consolidating. Magazines are going away. I'm not saying will we ever go back to exactly like the time that we liked, but will it ever get better again? Like I know things ebb and flow and things are obviously not great right now. But I remember hearing that things were bad, I don't know, 15 to 20 years ago. Then there was a good period of time kind of leading up until COVID, and then since COVID it's been bad. Like, will it get good again? Maybe not as good,
When
but
would
like
when would you say bad? Because I don't think it's been bad at all.
I mean in terms of like the closures and like the big companies swallowing other companies up and shutting them
Oh.
down and stuff.
I have two takes.
Games are
Yeah,
great, like, but obviously like the industry is hurting and like good games come out and things still get shut down because they didn't make enough money, you know?
yeah, we're going through a change right now. I
Yeah.
assume there's too much money to be had for it to not get figured out. There's no going back, though. I think of even the movie industry, like it's not going to disappear, but it's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like it's not, we're not going back to that.
Right.
Um, not
But will
fully, maybe a little.
I just wonder if it'll ever feel will there ever be like another I think there can be multiple golden eras of things, you know?
Uh,
It may not be the same shade of gold, but it's like, hey, everything's kicking right now, you know?
so to counter, yes, 100%. I think that'll happen. Specifically, what I think of is Nintendo. Nintendo hit its lowest low with the Wii U, and then its highest high with the Switch right after. The
Yeah.
Wii was a high, the Super Nintendo was a high, the NES was a high, N64 and GameCube were dips, the Wii, then Wii U, and now Switch, and I think Switch 2. Yeah, I think there's still plenty of room to grow. The industry's getting bigger. Costs have to come down, development times have to come down. They just announced Jedi Survivor is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Is that good or is that bad? Is that bad because, like, are you kidding me? We're not getting anything that's just pushing the envelope, or is it good because now more people have access to that game and more
Yeah.
people can play it because it's can be scaled across multiple systems?
I'm fine with
Probably
that.
a little of both. A
Yeah.
little of both, yeah. Um, at the same time, like another change that's happened is we've gone from I bought GTA 5 at a game stop at midnight.
Yep.
You will not have people like there won't be a midnight launch for GTA 6.
No.
Why would there be? In the same way there's not midnight releases for movies. Maybe they'll do something, but also why not just release it at an earlier time?
Right.
Uh, the last consoles didn't have a crazy midnight launch because COVID was going on.
Right. Right.
Ours got shipped to our houses, right?
No, I picked mine up.
Did
We
you
might
pick
have
your
had
you
different
got
systems. I got mine from Best Buy. I picked
okay,
it up, yeah.
and I got mine direct
But that was middle of the day.
from PlayStation. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. The economy's not, despite inflation and some other stuff, like the economy's doing well. People are still buying stuff, so um,
I just
time will tell.
yeah, at some point these companies have to realize they're not going to make the money that they did during COVID and like adjust their they have to adjust their expectations. And when that happens, I think things will start to feel a little bit better. Again, great products are being made still, but the corporations that are running these things are making
Yeah.
it feel like things are worse because they keep shutting down good things because it didn't make the astronomical amounts of money that everybody made during COVID.
It also could just be appearances, and maybe these shutdowns aren't that bad. And I know that's controversial because it sucks when people lose their jobs. But
Totally.
Xbox got all that crap and then came out with the best showcase they've ever had.
I keep thinking that these shutdowns are being harped on a little too much. It's like, yes, I know, like, obviously people losing their jobs is bad, but it's like things are shutting down all over the world all the time, always, you know? That's just what
Evolution.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are bad. Some of them are because the parent company is greedy and tone deaf and doesn't understand what they have. And sure, but yeah, these 13 Game Informer people, I hope and I believe that they will go and find something better. Honestly,
Oh, 100%. Or start their own thing. I
yeah,
mean, look at Kind of Funny. Um, they came from IGN and a couple other places, mainly IGN, and they are gritting by the whatever skin of their teeth, whatever the thing is. Um, I do worry about the day that they come out and they're like, guys, we can't do this anymore.
I
It's like
know.
that would be really sad. It happened with what, Rooster Teeth even?
Well, yeah, but they just got shut down though. They couldn't not support it. Who owned
Okay,
them? Uh,
I don't even know.
Warner Brothers, I think,
Wow.
just shut them down because
So
again, didn't know what they had. Because Warner Brothers
being
is stupid.
independent, yeah, they're really stupid. Yeah, Mac's not doing great.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another time. Um, so I don't know. I think there will, yes, things will get through and people will figure it out.
Yeah. And we'll be here to
The
talk about all of it.
well, no, there one other thing that does concern me is these games getting wiped from digital storefronts, much like the all the Game Informer content got wiped.
Yeah.
Like games are getting lost forever, permanently, with when a store shuts down. In the same way, I'm like, did I need to play Mr. Pico's Monkey Madness Night? Is that has history lost something if this random tiny little game isn't available anymore? I don't know.
No,
People
but
are
I
working
feel
on.
there will always be someone who's like, "Oh my god, remember that game I used to play?" And like they'll try and look
Yeah,
it up and want to have access to it. I hope someone has some sort of emulation of it in some capacity. I hope.
yeah.
It's funny that this kind of like brought me right into this. The other day, I haven't had much time to play anything lately. I've been pretty busy. I haven't been playing any main games. The other night, I had just a little bit of time. I was just sitting at my computer. I wasn't doing anything. I'm like, oh my god, remember that Flash game I used to play during like computer class in school? And it's this game where you're a priest and there's like a zombie uh apocalypse happening. It's called Divine Intervention, Part 1
Oh my
apparently,
God.
and Part 2 never got made. But you're just this priest and you just walk forwards and backwards and you control your arm and you can change your gun and you have to shoot these like zombie kids that skate up to you and run up to you and the
Oh
dad
my
who
God, I know this game.
yeah,
I know
god,
this game.
I couldn't believe,
Newgrounds.
and it was on Newgrounds and I could still just play it. I'm like, I can't believe I can still play this game after all of these years. I was
That's
playing this in,
awesome.
I don't know, 2005 or something like that. Like, so I feel you.
Somebody needs to go out there and make part two.
Someone needs to make part two. Someone needs to, you know, preserve whatever game you were just talking about. Like, somebody will feel nostalgic for every little game that's ever been out there. So I hope they're all available eventually.
I do believe that there are groups of people that are working on this to preserve the internet, basically, even the internet as a whole, as things just continue to shut down.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see. Will we continue to exist, or will we be wiped from existence and from the internet? Time will tell. But with your support, we will continue to grow and be bigger and decrease the likelihood that we get wiped from the internet.
Yeah.
And hopefully stay around for a long time to talk about. Hopefully, we survive the downfall of the games industry.
I don't want to get wiped.
No, I don't want to get snapped like from by Thanos.
Or Doctor Doom.
If that's what he's gonna do.
Who knows?
But we covered a lot of stuff today. I think that's all. That's all I've got. If you've got anything else?
No, yeah, I'll say one more thing. I've been feeling very nostalgic lately, and while I have some time while I'm doing my job, I like to have a window open where I just am watching something on YouTube. So I made a whole playlist of all of the
Ooh.
tracks from all of the games I used to play. So I found
Oh
a
my god.
video of every Lego Racers 2, CTR Remastered, Splashdown, uh, the NASCAR Racers game that I used to play because NASCAR Racers was awesome. The Jeff Gordon racing game. I made a whole playlist of all these things and I just have it running. And the more I watch it, the more I'm like, God, I wish I could. Like, I want to remaster Lego Racers. Give me that because that would be so much fun. There's probably not a
Yes.
huge audience for it. But I watch CTR and I'm like, God, the remaster was gorgeous. Like, that's got to be one of the best remasters there's ever been. So I popped it back in my
Mhm.
PlayStation and I'm like, I'm going to go for the platinum. And I realized, holy crap, I've never played CTR Remastered on my PS5. I don't have the save. So I've asked my dad to go and find the PS4 in my house. He found it uh, under my bed somewhere. And tomorrow I'm going to walk him through how to upload the save that's on the PS4 so that I can download it so I can continue that. But even still, I have to replay the whole thing again on hard. And that is unbelievably hard. Like, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah. Those
It's
games you have to be perfect.
so
You have to
hard.
be perfect.
I don't even know if I want to try, but I re-downloaded CTR Nitro Fueled because it's very fun and I love it.
Oh my
And
god.
that's
Well,
all.
you'll have to give it a try and let us know.
I will.
I love you calling out all those games, and you've inspired me. And now I think we need to do an episode on just nostalgia games in general. I know we've done Star Wars games and stuff, but
Yeah.
um, we'll figure out what that is. But yeah, we gotta go back because immediately I googled Dave Mirra Pro BMX or
Oh
Dave
my
Mirra
God.
Freestyle BMX 2.
Yes.
Maybe one of the best cover arts of all time. RIP Dave Mirra. Still can't believe he's gone. Um,
Did you and I ever play that Matt Hoffman game?
no, not really.
I think maybe Robin and I did. It wasn't nearly as
Yeah.
fun, but it was like it was kind of like a Tony Hawk Tony Hawk's Underground, but
The
for
Matt
BMX.
Hoffman game was Tony Hawk, the Tony Hawk Studios.
Okay, wait, really?
Yeah, Dave
Oh
Mirra
wow,
was a
okay.
separate company, but that was like straight up because there was a Chicago in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 was like from that game.
Oh wow. I did not know that. Cool.
Yeah. So, uh,
Yeah,
thankfully
we
I
should
still have Dave Mirra on GameCube, but yeah, we should make some lists and go through some old games because you said
let's do
Lego
a
Racers, and
nostalgia
I'm
thing.
assuming, did you mean Lego Racers 1?
Yeah.
So I had Lego Racers 2 on PS2,
Yeah. That one's fun too.
which is interesting.
But one
I don't
is
think I ever played Lego Racers.
one of the
I played
greats.
Hot Wheels Racer on N64.
Ooh.
Anyways, we'll get into that next time.
Yeah, another
Um,
topic.
but until next time, this has been Game Chat Tonight with the Huber Rebels. My name is Ethan.
My name is Jordan. Until next
Until
time,
next time,
welcome to the rebellion.
welcome to the rebellion. We're going to do that together.
How many different ways can we mess it up? We'll find out.